Hello, I am Marisha and welcome to my creative diary. I hope you're having a great day. Valentine's Day may be over, but I am still creating some sweet cards. Let's get started. Using scrapbook.com's Nested Hearts die set, I decided to die cut 4 hearts, 2 out of red cardstock and the other 2 out of brown cardstock. I selected the Sweet Sentiment from the Inspirational Life Sentiments die set from scrapbook.com, and I die cut the sentiment out of metallic black cardstock. Using Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, I'm going to use my blending brush to add some shading to the hearts. This step is definitely optional. You also have the option to die cut the heart out of white cardstock and then add color with Copics or any other medium. Using the Hills Borders die set from Honeybee Stamps, I'm going to select my die and position it on the brown hearts. Once I have lined up the die, I'm then going to secure it with some mint tape, and then I'm going to run the cardstock and the die through my die cutting machine. This is going to resemble chocolate on the strawberries. Next, I'm going to bring in some clear embossing ink, and I'm going to ink up the entire cardstock. Using clear embossing powder, I'm going to sprinkle some on the faux chocolate. I'm then going to tap off the excess and then apply heat, giving it that glossy sheen to resemble chocolate. Next, I'm going to position and adhere the faux chocolate to my strawberry, aka the heart. I am loving how this heart is actually starting to look like a strawberry. Using the smallest die from the Nesting Ovals die set from Waffle Flower, I cut out 3 pieces of green cardstock. We're going to assemble this on the heart to resemble the calyx. So I'm going to cut the cardstock in half, and then I'm going to position it on the strawberries. And then once I'm happy with the placement, I'm then going to adhere the pieces of the cardstock to the strawberries. Next, I'm going to bring in my black Jelly Roll pen to add some seeds to the strawberries. Next, I'm going to bring in one of my favorite colors, Distress Oxide's Tumbled Glass. Using my blending brush, I'm going to apply the oxide to the panel. Next, I'm going to position and adhere the components to the panel. I'm going to use adhesive glue for the sentiment, and for the strawberries, I use a combination of adhesive glue for this strawberry, and for the other, I use foam tape. I'm going to head on over to my Misty to finish creating my sentiment. So I use scrapbook.com's Encouraging Words. I use You Are So Very Loved, but I'm going to use my mint tape to tape off the loved. I'm going to ink up You Are So Very. I'm going to remove the mint tape and then stamp the sentiment. I repeated this step twice to make sure I had a good impression. As I mentioned earlier, I used foam tape to adhere the second strawberry to the panel. And then from there, I'm going to add foam tape to the back of my sentiment banner. And then I'm going to adhere the You Are So Very to the panel. For the frame I die cut off camera, I used Altenews Mega Stamps Frame die set. I'm going to adhere the frame to my card base, and then from there I'm going to adhere the panel to the inside of the frame. To add a final touch to the card, I brought in Nuvo Crystal Drops Simply White, and I'm going to drizzle some of the Nuvo drops on the strawberries. The great thing about having shape dies in your die set is that you can use them to create anything that resembles that particular shape. So my friend, just as I did today, I want to encourage you to look at your shapes from a different point of view. Just as I turned hearts into strawberries, you can do the same too. Thank you for joining me on today. I appreciate you so much for stopping by. I thank you in advance for subscribing, clicking the thumbs up button, and the notification bell. Don't forget to check out my blog on my website at thediaryofbellerose.com. I'm sending you love and a whole lot of hugs. Until next time, please take care.